So I thought to round off my videos for the day, I'd do King of Fighters 13, which was a game that I picked up at the same time as Final Fantasy 7 on the PSN store. It's a game that I've been tempted a few times to pick up an actual disc copy of. I'm not a big digital gamer. I very rarely buy anything digital unless it's extremely cheap, or unless it's extremely cheap, basically, yeah. So yes, or it's free, yes, that was what I was thinking of course. How do you get better than extremely cheap? Free. So I'm going to hit record. So King of Fighters, I mean, I've got a couple of other King of Fighters games in my collection. I've got King of Fighters 95 Japanese version in my Saturn collection, and what's the other one I got? The PS2 kind of collection where there's two games on it. Can't remember which ones they are though. I think it's like 2000 and 2001. That's a pretty cool collection. I played a little bit of this game earlier, and to be honest, I'm not blown away by it. I was expecting better things from the backgrounds, but it's definitely playable, as with pretty much every King of Fighters games, apart from there was a couple of shitty 3D ones, I think. It's on the PS2, or was it PS1? Might have been a shitty one on the PS1. Don't quote me, I can't remember. So you got an absolute shit ton of modes. Silly amount. Got PlayStation Store shortcut there. So we're going to jump into arcade, which is what I was playing earlier. When I was playing, I managed to unlock a character, so there are characters to unlock. Like this guy, he's pretty quick. I'm going to go for the one of the Street Fighter rip-offs, and that guy that kind of looks like Wolverine. Fuck it. So yeah, I do like my 2D fighters. I don't play them that often, mainly because there's generally not really much of a story involved with fighting games, so I do like to get stuck into a story. So, you know, responsive, slick controls. I mean, the backgrounds are, I don't know, I just feel like they could have done more with the backgrounds. You know, there's not really much going on in the background here that we can see on screen. The animation suffices for the characters, but overall not blown away by the graphics. But I don't know whether that's because I've been playing some games on the PS4. I don't know. Could just be that. Could just be me being overcritical of the PS3's capabilities. Guy's a bit fat. Don't like him. I have to change the order of my characters. So yeah, King of Fighters, generally you select a team of fighters, and then you fight other teams of fighters. In this particular game it's free. I can't remember whether since the first King of Fighters game, whether it's always been free. Usually there is a mode where you can just play as one character. I've not noticed it in this version though, which kind of sucks. It might be there. It's like I say, I put the game on for about 5 minutes earlier and did a couple of fights and unlocked a character, but that was it. You got some meters, and as far as I can tell, you can press like all the buttons and just button mash and shit happens. I mean, I don't know what the kind of smoke effects about, what that does to your fighter, whether it gives him some more power in his attacks or what, but it is there. You can do some special moves, just the usual sort of fireball motions. If you've played games like Street Fighter, you'll know the drill with this one. And there you go, and it usually ranks you at the end of each thing. I think S being the best you can get. Right, so the SD card in my camera rudely just ran out of space, so where was I? Oh yes, I was telling this dirty little slag with the big tits on screen to get her fanny out. So let's hit record and smack the shit out of this bitch, dirty little slut. So yes, yeah, there's not really anything you can fault about this game. The music is kind of annoying, actually. Very Japanese, very just kind of shit jazzy music. Like it sounds like it should be on a fucking Sonic game or something. Blah blah blah. So yeah, overall, if you're into your 2D fighters, you'll definitely enjoy this one. But I don't know, I just think that they could have made it a bit more interesting. Another thing that kind of bugs me is like Terry Bogard. I mean, I've not played well, I've not played a lot of the King of Fighters games, let's say. Probably 2001 would have been the latest one before this, which obviously is like a 13-year-old game now. But Terry Bogard is just like ripped in this, and it's just like, you know, he used to just be sort of like a normal dude-ish kind of bloke, and it just fucking, oh, what can we do with this more detail that we've now got on the PlayStation 3? Oh, we'll just make everybody ripped. It's fucking stupid. Winds me up. Puts pressure on the males of today to just be fucking gym rats. Yeah, you know, Street Fighter 2, it's got catchy tunes in it, and it's quite fun playing Street Fighter just for the music, but the music on this is just fucking rubbish. Terrible. Absolutely fucking wank. And we've got ranked S, even though I'm a complete amateur at this game. It does sort of ramp up in difficulty, this game, considerably, like all of a sudden. This guy here is kind of, you know, quick on his feet, playing against some like Jean-Claude Van Rambo type character. If Dalsim was in King of Fighters, this would be his stage. Motherfucker. Got a lot of games to play at the minute, but hopefully we'll get time to sort of sit down and play this one to some extent at least. certainly plenty of options in the game, and gameplay modes, and that's before you start playing online. I can imagine the difficulty of the level of the competition online will be quite high though, so you have been warned. I suck at this game. So yes, that is King of Fighters 13 for the PS3. I think I picked it up for a random price on PlayStation Store, like I don't know, £5.68 or something. That price that sort of made you think, well, why isn't it just £6? Definitely a lot of game for the money. But I was expecting more. I was just expecting it to be a bit more interesting, a bit more unique, but it's kind of more of the same. You can tell that the series has progressed in small increments every year. It's certainly not the departure from, say, it's going from King of Fighters 95 all the way to this, 19 years or so. It's not going from Street Fighter 3 to Street Fighter 4. They're two completely different games. While the core of the game might play the same, they are, one's 3D graphics and whatnot. This, I don't know, they don't seem to have been too adventurous with the progression over the years, which does slightly lay it down, but still a solid 2D fighting game.